Okay, there it really is not a clean way to do this. So I just want to talk about The Last of Us. Fuck Doge hype. Let's talk about The Last of Us. So they released a new full trailer today. So we've gotten 2 teasers. We've got a couple rumple teasers, but now we have a full trailer. And Cayman, I want to do what we did last time. I want to watch it together.
Let's do this.
And I want to talk about it together. So let me know sound levels, how it sounds as it comes through.
If you don't think there's hope for the
Sounds
world,
perfect.
Okay, great.
why bother going on?
You haven't seen the world, so you don't know. Going for family.
Family.
I'm not family.
No.
Family.
Why are you so important?
Do you hear that? Do you hear the theme in the background?
Somewhere out west.
Mm.
We're working on a cure. I think what really impressed them was the fact that I didn't turn into a monster.
You know, she looks so much like Ashley Birch.
So much.
Crazy.
Okay.
How dare they?
I'm taking you with me. Do what I say.
You're gonna make me cry, Patrick.
Got any advice on the best way west? Yeah, go east. You've come this far, and you know what's out there.
You're not gonna scared you.
You have a greater purpose than any of us could have ever imagined.
Be careful who you put your faith in.
Nope.
You might not be her father, but you're someone's.
You trust me?
Goosebumps, man.
Are you kidding me, HBO? Are you kidding me? It looks so fucking good.
Patrick?
So there are some things we got to talk about. First of all, the music. To bring in Take On Me, Are You Kidding came in.
I got a lot of thoughts, Patrick.
Okay, so let's do some high level thoughts, and then let's do some pauses. We got some screens that we got to talk about, but overall thoughts. Where's your head at?
This just looks so fucking good. Like, I can't even put into words like how good this looks right now.
I'm in shock how good this looks.
Do we know how many episodes it's going to be?
There's going to be 9.
Okay, that worries me.
And they say, I agree, because they said, or Bella Ramsey has said, this is going to cover the entirety of part 1.
Okay,
and
so that's
as we
my
see,
question.
Well, as we see from some of the screens, like we're about to get one, we're also getting left behind here.
Yep.
And Cayman. So this trailer was unveiled at CCXP. It's like a con down in Brazil. And in the con, during the panel, Neil Druckmann, game creator and director who is co-running the show, also said that we're going to be getting stories in this show that were originally written for the game that had to be cut for various reasons. So we're getting like original story content that the game had to cut. Maybe it's this couple about the, go east if you need to go west. I don't know what the new content is. Maybe it's the lady from the Yellow Jackets, but that's a lot to put into 9 episodes.
Yeah.
So sorry, continue.
Yeah, that's one, like, look, this looks absolutely incredible. And what I can only imagine is, and that's, well, that my worry is that a lot of these stories, things like Bill, like this with him, it's like, he's going to get just one episode. You're going to have the David situation. He's going to have one episode. And like, that's worries me a little bit. Like,
sure.
I do feel like this maybe could have been stretched for 2 seasons, and you could have given us, maybe 8 here, 8 there, and have 16 for part 1. Like, I like that idea. That worries me that we are going to end up in a situation where some parts are going to feel rushed, or we're not going to get as fulfilled by some of these things.
Mhm.
The thing is the game is, what would you say? You've played it more times than I have, though I've played it a few. I want
I
to say it's
mean,
about 12 to 15 hours total, depending on how
yeah,
fast you burn through.
depending on how fast. I mean, I would say like if you're just doing story content, you cut all of the fucking going through drawers, going through like all that
Yeah.
stuff. The actual main golden path, I would say, I mean, not that there's a lot of extra stuff, but I would say like between 8 and 12, somewhere in that range. So like
Mhm.
that in theory would fit. Like if we're having 50-minute, maybe we have a couple 65-minute episodes, like, and so that like we're almost there, but then you're bringing in Left Behind, you're bringing in this new content. So I mean, obviously there's going to be stuff from the game that they cut. It makes sense.
Mhm.
I mean, in this trailer, we showed us Bill, it showed us David, it showed us Henry and Sam, it
I
showed
don't
us
want to
the
talk about.
Ish stuff in the so like it's showing us a lot of the game, which is great, and I love that. But I do, yeah, I am a little bit concerned that maybe there's going to be, because also like with the game, because of the nature of a video game, you know, you can't walk across the entire United States, so they cut it into 4 seasons. And so I wonder if the show is going to follow the season structure, or like maybe they're going to cut it into like 2 episode chunks for each season or something. I mean, the math doesn't work out, but maybe one season gets 3 episodes. I don't know. But so I wonder if they're going to do that, or I wonder if, because the seasons typically, the change of seasons in between the change would be a lot of travel. And
Mhm.
they've said that like we're going to be going to some places like Kansas City that the game didn't show. So like
Mhm.
that, I wonder if maybe we're not going to do the season jumps. I don't know. Hard to say.
It would be like states instead, which would make sense.
Maybe,
Like, I'm fine
which would
with
make
that too.
sense. Yeah, I would. I'd be fine with that too. But so there are a few like shots in this that I want to talk about. This is like there are so many shots in this trailer, this being one of them, that look directly pulled from the video game. Like when you put
100%.
down the plank to walk across buildings, when Joel, Tess, and Ellie are trying to get to the Capitol. Like that's one of them.
Mhm.
And then there's also one, it's not a screen from the game, but it's a very big thing. So you and I talked a little bit about this last night. I'm trying to find it in the scrub. They show us a still, I think it's around this part. They show us a still, and we see Ashley Johnson, who
Mhm.
played Ellie in the video game. Here it is, holding a baby.
Mhm.
This has got to be Ellie
Yeah.
and her mom, right?
100%. Yeah.
100% has to be. Which like I think is like the perfect way to put Ashley.
Yeah,
in the
I would have.
show.
I would have
She-
loved
yeah,
that as a surprise, though.
I would have
That's
loved it as a surprise.
yeah. That's a big
And like
bummer, man.
I'm a little bummed by that. Like she birthed the character, if you will, and now she
Yeah.
actually is birthing the character in the trailer, which is cool. And then so you and I were talking about this last night. I was like, so that must mean that Troy is her dad, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't leave it on
Until-
that screen.
I know. Wait, hold on. All right, let me go back and I'll pause it again. I missed it again. Who's that on the left of David?
Oh no! See, that sucks too. Like,
Right?
okay, like make Troy the dad.
You're right. So last night I'm like, man, it sucks that it's just going to be that they're her parents. But now that I see
Yeah.
that he's with David, I'm like, no, make them both her parents.
Yeah, that sucks. I don't like that. That
But
shows.
I do hope that maybe he has like a bigger part. Like even though it would be a part that I would rather him be like a good guy, but
Sure.
but because he doesn't do a lot of film and TV, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then we also there's a couple other things. I briefly mentioned it. Actually, here's one. I wonder. So this little section here, they're talking to this couple where he's like, "How can I go? Do you have like a suggestion to go west?" And he says, "Go east." And then she's like, "You're not going to scare us." And the girl's like, the woman's like, we seem to have scared him. I wonder when this happens. Like, I wonder if this is pre-David, post-David. Like, I'm so interested in these new characters they're introducing and seeing where they fall in the show.
Yeah.
Also, that quick shot of Marlene.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Oh man,
That's
that shot
still
too.
right there. Yeah, that is like ripped straight from the game. Like that's so cool. Like recreating
Yeah.
that is just so fucking cool to me. I think so. There was a moment when I was telling you when they showed David and Sam, and I don't think we'd gotten confirmation that they were going to be in the show yet. And when they popped up on screen, and I saw Sam, I literally yelped out loud and was just like, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
That episode, every time we get to that part in the game, this shit breaks me like you would not believe. This shit is
Yeah.
going to destroy me seeing it played out in like this. I can't I'm just gonna be like, I
Yeah.
can't do this right. Like just skip this. It's like I've watched Chernobyl like 7 times. Like I fucking love that miniseries. It's so good. But the scene when they have to go kill the dogs, I fast forward through it every single time after the first time I watched
Sure.
it. That's
That-
like the
yeah.
one, like I just skip through it. Nope, not worth it. This is going to be one of those ones where like it is going to wreck my world when I
This
have to
show
live
is
this
going
one.
to hurt people.
Yes, it is going to be. I'm going to be belligerent during this particular scene.
Yeah.
Easily, that probably the whole episode leading into it, knowing what happens is just I can't. I can't. Also, did you know? So another thing that's different is Bill has been shot.
Yeah.
In
I think
that,
we're gonna get more of Bill in this
yeah.
show.
So obviously, if you haven't played the game, spoilers, that doesn't happen in the games.
Right.
So that's interesting. But at the end, I was talking to a friend of the show, Amber, good old Slamber, and Slamber was like, she was like, when the boomer, or what do they end up getting called, this particular clicker,
Bloater? The bloater?
bloater. She's like, when it came with like just goosebumps. I'm like, I know, dude. Like when he crawls out of the flames, just like,
Yeah.
I'm also curious like when that moment is, because it's all dark outside, so it could potentially be around the same time as Bill, because that's I think
Could
the
be.
first time we're actually introduced to a bloater.
Yeah, in the game, the first
Bill.
time is in the gym. It's in the school gym when you're
Yeah.
trying to find the battery for the truck. And this is definitely not in a school gym trying to get a battery of a truck. So I'm so excited. And I wonder if we're gonna get in the second game, I forget what they're called. They might be called like spitters or something. The ones that are like one step below the bloaters, where when you they can like spit shit at you and
Yeah.
I wonder if we're gonna get any of those, or even if we're gonna get like a new type of infected. That could be cool. But
Are you
man,
gonna replay the games before the show comes out?
so it's funny that you ask
Yes.
because I played The Last of Us Part 1 remaster or remake in September when it dropped, and like I felt like, you know what, I think I'll be good for a while. But I watched this trailer came in and I'm like, am I about to play The Last of Us for the like 9th time?
Do you think we're gonna get, like, obviously the first season is gonna be part 1? Obviously,
Yes.
like I would assume we're gonna get a part 2.
Yes.
So are we gonna get the same Ellie actress in part 2, or do you think they're gonna
I would
age
think
her
so.
up? Yeah, you think
I
so?
would think so. I don't know exactly how old she is. Let's do a quick little search.
Because what
Bella
Ellie
Ramsey
is what?
19.
All
In the
right.
first game, I don't know her exact age, but in the first game, I think she's around like 13, 14. So then
Yeah.
the second game is 4 years later. So she would be like 17, 18. So they're already kind of aging her down for this show. Like she definitely looks like a 13 or 14-year-old in the show. But she's actually 19. So I bet they'll be able to make her. Then she's actually kind of playing her age in the second season. So I'm so interested in, because we know HBO, we know American television in general. They make shit go on for a long time.
Yes.
I wonder if we're going to get more than 2 seasons of this, or if Neil from the jump was like, we're not doing more than what the games have done. I don't know. Like I'm really interested to see if this is like a 2-season miniseries, or if this is like, if they're going to build it out into something more, because I don't know. I could potentially see them going the Game of Thrones route and like going past what the original creation has done so far.
I feel like
I don't know that
Neil would shut that shit down.
I would think he would.
I could
but
foresee him being like, we could do is like a Blast of Us 1.5, right?
Sure.
where he's like, we had story bits and like written out lore of like what happened in between game 1 and game 2. We can do a second season over that, and then we do season 3, and then we go from that. My question is Ronda Rousey, is she going to play Abby?
Fuck you. I hope not.
Honestly,
she's a terrible actor.
You know who I would pick if you were to be like, Cayman, who would be the perfect Abby?
Cayman, who would be the perfect Abby?
Brie Larson.
I would support that.
I think
she's a great actor.
Yeah, she's a fantastic actress.
Yeah, and right now for being Captain Marvel, she is built. She is fucking built.
Yeah.
So
I'm just very much typecasting right now, and I know that's probably not right. Basing just off what the character looks like that would be like.
I mean, so far they have done every character. Like if you put them next to their counterpart in the game, they look nearly identical. So I bet they're gonna get a girl with some thick arms that like Abby has to play Abby. A woman who could tear me in half. They're gonna get to play Abby. Yes. But the question, I don't know. I don't want to get into like future spoilers, but there's a lot of time stuff in the second game. So like I wonder how they would navigate that. But we'll talk about that next season. This show looks fucking incredible. It starts in like a little over a month. And I am saying now on this show, I am interested, Cayman, in doing a weekly podcast discussion only about this show.
Okay.
And I'm saying this to our listeners because I want to know if anyone in our audience wants to be a part of it. Obviously, we're going to have to look at schedules. We got to make sure like this can fit within this and Save Trash Cinema. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But I want to at least have that conversation. And I'm interested in maybe bringing in some folks from outside to be a part of that because I think that'd be cool. So write in mail@spotlightgames.net if that's something that you'd be interested in, or shoot me a text or a DM or whatever, and we can talk about it. Also, I already took it off, but this really made me laugh. I want bandages constantly helping me heal not only the characters but my heart.
Yes.
Cayman, I said if we had time, we would talk about the Netflix thing. I say we don't have time. Okay. Maybe we'll talk about it another episode. But the really, really short version is Netflix is making a new game. And from the beginning, they want it to be a game that can also be a show. And I thought that was interesting. So maybe we can talk about it a different time. But I do want to end the show with an update of the 2022 game calendar. As we always end our show, we have a couple big updates for you. We got the PS Plus games for December that are out live now, which is Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Biomutant, and Divine Knockout Founders Edition. I don't know what Divine Knockout is. Mass Effect Legendary Edition, one of the greatest video game trilogies of all time. Biomutant is a game you didn't like very much. So there's some shit.
No,
you did
like it? Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
Really? I thought you didn't.
No, I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, it's just you have to go into it with the expectation that this game feels like a PlayStation 3 game, not in terms of like controls, but like the game design feels like one of those fun open world PlayStation 3 games, which didn't hit for everyone, but like I really enjoy that era of video games. So like that hit for me. So like I definitely recommend if you have PlayStation, especially PlayStation Plus, which if you don't have PlayStation Plus, you're fucking stupid.
Hey.
Yes, I don't. What did I say was wrong? What did I say was wrong? You can't play online games if you don't have PlayStation Plus. Like it's
maybe they don't like online games. Okay,
well, all right, fine. Well, I retract my statement. Gonna be on trial again. Apparently, where's Boston Mike when you need him?
The fucking wig is right there.
Good. But yeah, no, I definitely say like you definitely check it out. Like it's free. Like if you don't like it in the first 5 hours, like just stop playing. You're not going to lose any money or sleep over it. But I actually thought it was pretty cool. It has some pretty cool game mechanics behind it. I definitely think it was unjustly overlooked for sure.
For sure. Well, my apologies for misremembering. That's on me and me alone.
That's on you.
And then Game Pass for December, out now, available on Game Pass. We got Eastward, which I don't know what Eastward is. The Walking Dead, the final season, which I'm realizing I don't think I ever played that. So I might pick that up when things slow down a little bit. Totally reliable delivery service. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, which is a game I had a ton of fun with. Hello Neighbor 2. Those are all out now on Game Pass. And then as of when this recording goes live on podcasts, also live will be Chained Echoes and Metal Hellsinger on Game Pass, which I thought was already on Game Pass, but maybe not. And then next week on the 13th, we are getting High on Life, which is the Justin Roiland game, which is pretty cool. I don't think I knew that was coming to Game Pass. And then Poison Craft, which I don't know. And then finally, for now, end of the first half of the month, Hot Wheels Unleashed, the Game of the Year edition, which who gave that game of the year? But and then Rainbow Billy are all coming on the 15th of December. And then finally, to round this segment out, Dead Island 2, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. It was pushed to April, but we don't think we gave a date then. We have a date now. It is April 28th. So if that's a game that you were interested in playing next year, put it on the calendar, April 28th, 2023.
Game of the year 2023.
We'll see. Cayman, there are two more things I want to discuss quickly, and then we can get the fuck out of here. The first thing, Nick asks a great question. Also, if we wanted to send in a voice recording of what we're playing and thoughts, how did you want us to do it? For now, let's do this. If you have an iPhone, you probably can do this on an Android as well. There's the voice memo app. Record a voice memo and email it to me, mail@spotlightgames.net. If that's too complicated, just text me or in our DMs, send us a voice memo. I don't know if you can save voice memos in Instagram DMs, so that might be a bad idea, but for now, if you can, mail@spotlightgames.net with a voice memo or a voice recording, however your phone does it. And we'll play one or two on air next week. And second, I think we have someone new in the chat that I haven't seen before. Guilty Remnant Smoker. I had seen this name come by a couple times, and it just clicked Guilty Remnant from my favorite show ever made, The Leftovers. Guilty Remnant Smoker. So I don't know who you are, but I love your username, and I just wanted to say hello and thank you for being here. And that's it. That's it for our show. Cayman, where can the folks at home follow you if they want to see your hijinks online?
No one wants to see those hijinks. You can find me at Kid Cayman on Twitter. You can find me at Cayman Darty on Instagram, or you can follow Save Trash Cinema at Save Trash Cinema on every single social.
Awesome. You can follow me at Patrick Schwag. You can follow. Okay, wait a second. Why didn't I know this? It's my sister. Hey, Kiki. How we doing?
She's going to come in here to tell you that you watched the wrong Skyscraper.
I'm an idiot. Yeah, I know. I'm an idiot. You can follow me on Twitter, Patrick Schwag. You can follow the pod on Twitter at SpotGamesPod, or you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and here on TikTok at Spotlight Games Pod. Cayman, I had a great time. This show, I tell you what, The Last of Us is going to blow my skirt up. But until then, Cayman, remember,